Anxiety.
Yeah, that whatever I want, I can't.
What's under the anxiety that's going on now?
The idea.
Yes, that.
Yeah.
What's that?
What is that? I think it's the fear that I just won't get what I want.
Okay. Would you like to work on that?
Sure.
And see what comes out?
I've seen someone cry.
Or you feel sadness?
I feel myself tearing up.
And you're not even sitting here.
I'm about to quick study.
Yeah. Which doesn't mean, okay, good. So give her a hand. Come on. Yeah. Good catch. Okay, so let's see. Well, good that you volunteered to work on this, right?
Yeah.
So, can you give an example?
That's great. Thank
It's
you.
a suggestion. You already had one. So let's get into this.
Okay.
Do you have an example where you are making a client happy, you're happy for them, and then something later happens, what you just described?
Yeah, a client can say, I'm wonderful, or my clients can say I'm wonderful, or that they've had a really nice experience and they've made good changes, and that's good, and then that is so wonderful, that's awesome.
Yeah.
And then I just don't trust that it's me, I think it's good luck. Or my kids, or
Yeah.
my husband's going to say,
So
yeah.
instead of not trusting that, what's going on?
There's this feeling like, but I don't know exactly what I did, or I don't know if I could do it again for someone, or I still need to know more somehow, it's still not enough. Yeah, there's this not enough feeling, I'm not enough, I'm missing something.
Yeah. Why did you get sad? Yes.
The tear, it just came, because I think what I'm
Yeah, what's that?
mean,
It just came, right?
yeah.
What's that? What happened?
I've never achieved that sense of well-being.
You never achieved that sense of well-being. Mm-hmm. You mean well-being inside of you?
Yeah.
Yeah. How do you know you never achieved that sense of well-being?
Because I don't have it now, and I think I've been looking for it for a long time.
You've been looking for it for a long time.
And part of me can recognize why I should have it.
So why don't you accept it?
I don't know. I don't know.
You don't know, right?
No idea. Maybe if I accept
So
it,
what is it that you don't accept?
that I'm enough,
Mm-hmm.
that I have enough.
That you are enough, that you have enough? You're not accepting that.
Things are enough. Well, so in some ways I do.
So instead
some ways
of
I don't.
not accepting I'm enough, I have enough, what are you doing instead? You don't deserve the well-being, right?
Yeah,
You push it away, so
Yeah.
to speak. You keep it outside of you.
yeah.
You did an amazing job. You are amazing. People tell you.
No,
But you don't.
no.
And that's, in fact, that's actually what you're looking for.
Yeah.
To find yourself good enough. You to
Yeah.
you, so
Yeah,
to speak,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Nobody can make you, nobody can convince you of it.
That's right. That's
Because
my
you're
whole
waiting for
home
yourself.
inside, yeah.
So what is it that you don't forgive yourself for that happened in the past?
I don't know.
You don't know? Nothing comes to mind.
Right. Little things, but not.
No.
I don't.
Yeah,
think
because
so.
sometimes we make a mistake.
So okay, so if I'm allowing myself just to say what came up
Yes.
in my mind.
Do you allow yourself to say what came up?
Okay, so I'll learn. Okay, so
Yeah, that's
you asked
what-
and I said I don't know, and then a little voice said, well, there's this and there's this and there's this.
But do you allow yourself to say what just came up or not?
Yeah, I can.
Very good. So go ahead.
All right, so I think I was a bad friend to one person.
You broke her trust?
Yeah, I think so. I think so. I didn't know how to handle it.
So if you think about it now, what's going on? What do you believe about yourself because of that?
Part of me forgives the younger me. I was a young girl, and I just didn't know how to handle something. And had to
But does
deal
the
with it.
younger you forgives itself?
I don't think so. And then I...
How do you know you don't think so?
Because it just came up, it still came up.
Yeah,
If
okay.
I really forgave myself, it wouldn't have come up anymore. It wouldn't have even jumped into my mind.
Okay, that's correct, yeah.
Um,
Yeah. So you want to have a higher sense of well-being?
And a part of me, there was rejection as a child.
What do you mean?
Friends.
Friends rejecting you?
Yeah.
How? Bullied?
Hmm?
Are you bullied? Or how did they reject you?
I think just no longer being a friend, abandoning me.
Oh, they abandoned you. Yeah, yeah.
That came to mind.
Yeah.
So those are two
What
things
did it
that-
mean? What does it mean when somebody abandons you?
I'm not good enough.
Okay, yeah. Or else they would stay.
That's right.
They would never leave you if you were good enough. Is that something you do to yourself? I see something's going on.
Yeah, because I've got a little voice saying, "You're so stupid." That was so long ago.
Now,
And I
you mean
have-
now?
Yeah, and I have such good people in my life.
Yeah.
now.
Okay, yes.
And yeah. And then-
So you want to have a higher sense of well-being. Yeah. So you have sometimes this sense of, I'm not good enough, is what you said, right?
Yeah, and it's played out in many ways in my life.
Yeah. So you have a lot of self-criticism?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Okay, so how would you like to, imagine I have a magic wand, right? And we could make a transformation.
Mm-hmm.
What would you like to have happened? What would you love to have happened that's you?
I think to really accept myself and to enjoy myself.
Why is this emotional? Yes. To really accept yourself.
Yeah.
So
To feel
what's
good
going
enough.
on in your body? Where do you feel? Do you feel tension? There, like a stone?
No, most sensation I feel is in here.
Yeah. Okay. So you would love to accept yourself?
Yeah, and I'd like to move forward with certainty or not the need of certainty. Just feel good, like I'm good enough. I'd like just to feel good enough so I could go fearlessly and so I could find what I wanted. I could experience well-being. And
Yeah. You can
be more
experience.
playful with things. Like if I could go out and be more playful around my work or
Yeah.
what I want to do, or not worry so much what I'm going to do with it, just step out and just do it instead of
Yeah.
being so hesitant. Just to step out with more confidence and more joy. I have a lot of reasons to be joyful.
Yeah. So how do you know you don't accept yourself?
Because part of me doesn't feel good enough.
Part of you doesn't feel good enough.
Yeah.
When does that happen?
because
Do you have an
when-
example of that part? I mean, when did you experience that feeling? That a part of you doesn't feel good enough. That's the missing of the well-being. Do you know when you experienced that?
Okay, so what just popped in mind was I'm part of a group, and they like me to put them into a little mini trance, a little mini meditation before the group gets started.
Like a group induction.
Yeah, 2 minute, 3 minute, like take a deep breath, relax. You know, it's really like falling off a chair. It's not so
Yes.
hard.
So what happened?
I always feel really self-conscious, and I feel like half of them aren't liking it, and I feel like
So you didn't
I'm
do
no
it?
good- And then, no, I do it. I make myself
Okay.
do it.
Mhm.
And they keep asking me to do it again, so they must like it. Some of them say they really like it. Some of them probably don't, but so what? They keep asking me to do
So
it.
in that example, what part of you doesn't feel good enough?
a footnote.
Yeah, I know. So,
There's
Okay.
just always a part that doesn't just
yeah,
step
but to
into
the
it and do
example
it.
of the mini trance, in that example,
Okay, and so...
just a second. Just in the example you just said,
Yeah.
what's the part, that's the part inside you that doesn't feel good enough?
There's a part of me that's always anxious about how people are receiving.
Anxious how people are receiving, yeah.
Right. And there's a
How does
part
that
of-
feel?
And there's also...
How does it
How
feel?
does that feel? That does not feel good.
Okay, so when did you feel that feeling? Is that in the mini trance?
Yeah, the last example I felt, well, one of the
Yeah.
examples I can come up with was when I was doing that.
Can you
little
give me
mini
an even
meditation.
stronger example where you really felt that anxiety?
I feel it a little bit now.
That's not it.
No.
I want another one.
When I really felt that anxiety, like I'm not going to be good enough.
Yes.
I feel like I'm drawing a blank, Martin. I'm sorry.
No worries.
Um,
So, I know enough. We can get started. Yeah, I really do. So can you come a little closer, please? Yes. Yes. I know what a blank mind means.
You do?
Yeah.
Okay.
Good.
You're a professional.
So,
So I just wanted to say
no,
one more thing.
I have a
Okay.
please go ahead.
Oh, there's that little voice.
My mind went blank.
Like I say to myself, my husband could take this. He'd be so much better at all of it. He's got the right personality
Yeah,
for it.
but the mini trance is good enough.
Okay.
Good. Can you explain me, is it okay for you to explain a little
Of course.
bit what happened there? Just give me some pictures.
With the blank?
No,
With the-
I know I have that picture that's probably white. I want the mini trance, please.
So I'm supposed to be getting everyone into a meditation.
Mm-hmm.
And so I stand up. I think, of course I can do this. You know, this is tiny. And I'm thinking, they're going to hate it. They do hate it.
Do you tell yourself that to get in a good mood?
Yeah. No, before
That's your mood enhancer.
Before I do it, I tell I get into H+,
Yeah,
I do
yeah.
all the things.
Yeah, that's a strong comment to yourself. They're gonna hate it.
Yeah, but
Where
part
is it
of-
coming
there's
from?
one woman.
How do you know to
there's
say
one
that?
woman in particular who never closes an eye. She sits there looking like she hates the whole thing. And
So where did you felt the anxiety in that experience? What was anxious about it?
I get it's worse after it's over.
Yes.
Because I go through it, it works fine.
Mm-hmm. So tell me about when it was over. What did you feel, experience there? Just close your eyes now. That's right. And go to the moment just after where you experienced that anxiety.
I'm no good at this. Why, half of them probably hated it, and I just...
Okay. So you say, I'm not good at this. Probably half of them hated it.
Mhm.
Right? Go on.
And then I just feel I feel awkward, and I feel...
Where do you feel that awkwardness?
I feel out of place.
Where do you feel that awkwardness?
Inside my core.
Do you feel that now a little bit?
Mhm.
Okay. Focus on that feeling.
And the feeling I don't belong.
And the feeling you don't belong. Very good. So you feel it in your chest. It's a feeling that you don't belong. And a lot of internal dialogue is going on. Okay. So in a moment, I'm going to count up from 1 up till 10, Larissa. I want you to pay close attention to all the suggestions I'm going to give to you. That's right. Focus on that feeling and nod your head if you can feel that sense of don't belonging, a sense of they don't like it, a sense of tension, sense of anxiety. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. It's getting stronger and stronger and stronger. That's right. 4, 5, 6. It's getting very strong now. It's getting very strong. The anxiety is very strong. That's the feeling. 8, 9. It's getting very strong now. And 10. Feel that feeling. Tell me, what's going on? What do you feel in your body now?
Just tell tightness all the way through my core.
Tightness all the way through your core. I'm going to count from 3 back to 1. You're going to be into the past, into a similar experience that has to do with these feelings. 3, 2, 1. That's right. Are you inside or outside? Quickly now.
Outside.
Are you alone or with other people?
I'm alone.
You're alone, you're outside. Is it daytime, nighttime?
It's daytime.
What's going on? Tell
My
me.
next door neighbors have, little next door neighbor girls have decided that they're going to be in a fight with me.
The next door neighbors have decided they're going to have a fight with you.
Yeah, they just don't want, I think.
How do you feel?
I feel rejected.
You feel rejected. Feel that rejection. That's right. In the moment, going to count up from 1 up to 5. It's getting stronger and stronger. 1, 2. Feel that rejection. This is going to be, you have a fight with you. 2, 3, 4. Feel that rejection. 4, 5. It's very strong now. You're going to go back into the past to a similar experience. 3, 2, 1. That's right. Into an experience of rejection now. Are you inside, outside? Quickly now.
I don't know.
You don't know, right? Okay, go back to the fight with the neighbors. You see that?
It changed. They're just telling me to go home.
But you're going to have a fight with the girls from the neighbors.
I went to a different memory with them.
Okay, but go to
the
the
same rejection memory. It's the same being rejected.
Yeah, but go to the memory that you just had. You remember that memory?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so where are you now?
I'm outside between. I'm going home.
You're going home. You know you're going to have a fight?
No, the fight means they're not going to play with me. It just means they're ignoring me.
They are ignoring you. How do you feel in this memory?
Very lonely.
Very lonely. You feel very lonely. How old are you?
I'm in elementary school, so I don't know, it was 8 or 9 or maybe 10, I don't know.
You're 8, 9, 10, you feel lonely, you feel rejected. There you are alone walking to home?
Yeah.
Okay. What do you believe about yourself in this? What does the child believe about herself?
I'm just always all alone.
You're always alone. Feel that feeling. It's sad. You're always alone. That's right, sit with that feeling. Sit with that feeling. You're totally safe on the chair.
Another memory just came up, an earlier one.
Tell me about it.
I'm about to go to kindergarten.
You're about to go to kindergarten.
It's a half-day program.
Mm-hmm.
And my mother is telling me that she won't be home when I get home.
Your mother just told you that, right?
Because she's got a new job, and so I'm going to have to be alone.
That's right.
I'm 5 years old.
You're 5 years old. Your mother just told you she won't be home. You know you're going to be alone again. Where do you feel that feeling now?
It's here, and it's here, in my throat.
Yeah. Okay. Are you inside or outside in this memory?
I'm on the doorstep. My mother and my brother are there. And then simultaneously another memory is coming up for me.
Just stay at the door. Is it daytime or nighttime?
It's daytime.
So there are other people around you, you're at the doorstep.
My mother and my brother are there.
Yeah. And you feel that anxiety in your chest.
Yeah.
So make contact with that feeling. Very good. In a moment, I'm going to wake you up out of this trance. You're going to take that memory with you. You're at the doorstep. Are you ready to do that? You're going to come completely out of this trance. You take the memory with you. 3, getting more and more the adult on the chair. 2, you hear my voice. And 1, open your eyes, take the memory with you and place it in front of you. You see yourself? Okay, just close your eyes and point to yourself where you are. Okay, so how old is she there?
5.
She's 5 years old. She's at the doorstep there, right? I want you to stay out of the memory.
Yeah.
That's good. So, how is it to see that memory as an adult on the chair here, totally safe? How do you see that memory? How is that to experience the young Larissa right there?
She's very little.
She's very little.
She's very scared.
She's very scared.
She's scared of going to kindergarten.
She's scared to go to kindergarten.
And she's scared of coming home alone.
And she's scared of coming home alone.
And none of her brothers or sisters had to come home alone.
None of their other brothers and sisters had to come alone, only you. What did she concluded from that experience about herself? I mean, you being an adult, looking back to that memory. Because she made a conclusion about herself, about
That she was different.
that she's different, right? How different?
But what works for other people doesn't work for her.
Mm-hmm. So how does she conclude that? How did she came to that conclusion? I mean, you being the adult looking back.
I think she felt that since none of her brothers or sisters had to do this,
Mm-hmm.
why does she? Why does mom have to go back to work when she's little? Why can't mom be home for her too?
Yeah. So mom didn't stay home for her, but for the others she did.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So in a moment, I'm going to bring you into a trance, and that memory stays there. You're going to go deep inside. You're going to go into a pleasant trance. You have been in pleasant trances, right? Yeah, that's right. So what I would like you to do is to open your eyes, focus on one point on my hand, that's right, to the exclusion of everything else. You may hear sounds from time to time around you, and all of those sounds, inside you and outside you, will only help you to go into a pleasant trance. So focus on one point. That's right, and give that point a color while you keep focusing on that point. Around that point, I want you to see yourself in the deepest trance you've ever been. The idea that you see that is enough for your unconscious mind now. That's right, there you are in a very deep trance. It's getting closer and closer now. And the closer it comes to your face, the better you feel. And your unconscious mind is already preparing for a pleasant trance. That's right. And you can see Larissa there in the deepest trance, in the depths beyond her conscious mind, having full access to all the resources inside. And maybe the picture is colorful, maybe it's sharp, maybe you can't see it at all, but the idea is just there. Take a deep breath. That's right, breathe all out tension and stress. Focus all your attention on that picture now. Even more attention. All your attention. Even the attention that was locked away for years. That's right. And the more you focus, the more heavy your eyelids are becoming. That's right. All the way down and sleep. That's it, deep down inside. I'm going to count you down from 5 down to 0. That's okay, you can wipe your nose. Every count, I'm going to count down. You're going to go deeper and deeper, Larissa. 5, that's right. You hear my voice clearer and clearer. 4, your shoulders are going to hang down. 3, you feel yourself sinking down into the chair now. 2, you're getting deeper and deeper and deeper. 1, 0, deeper sleep now. Deeper sleep. In a moment, we're going to take this hand, and when I let it drop onto your knees, you're going to go a little bit deeper into relaxation. There is no need to help me, and there is no need to hinder me. That's right. Just let it go. Deeper and deeper inside. And the deeper you go, Larissa, the more clear you can hear my voice. You will realize that my voice will change into your internal dialogue. Now you're going deeper and deeper. That's it. All the way down, deeper and deeper. And you're feeling wonderful inside you. You feel a relaxed sensation inside you. And you know you're totally safe. You're totally safe. Some people can experience hypnosis as a daydream. Other people experience hypnosis as a focused state of mind. Other people experience hypnosis as a wonderful feeling inside, as if they are in a space where they feel completely safe and protected. And you can go deeper now into that space. That's it, very good. Knowing that your unconscious mind is looking after you now and always. So what I would like you to do is to listen to my voice. I have something of great importance for you. How you can move beyond old feelings into the new feelings. To activate the greatness that's inside you. To activate all the reasons why you chose to be on the planet. That's great. to help other people, to hypnotize them, to become so clear in your mind and everything will align. But before you do, I want you to take a look at the memory of the 5-year-old Larissa way back down there. And you can see her clearly in your mind, can you not? That's right. In a moment, you're going to jump inside her body. And you're going to be fully the young child that you were right back there then. Because I'm going to speak to the child way back down there. And you're going to look through her eyes, you're going to hear with her ears, you're going to feel her body, you're going to get her skeleton, you're going to get the thoughts, the feelings, and all the perspective she had at the time. And you're going to be totally safe in the complete process. I'm going to count you down from 3 down to 0. On 0, you jump inside her. It might be that you go inside her, or you both meet halfway and melt. It may be that she comes all the way to you and you step inside her. It might be that your unconscious mind is choosing a completely different experience to step inside her. Are you ready to do that? 3, hear my voice clearly. 2, 1, and 0. Jump inside her now. That's right. Look through her eyes. Feel what she feels. That's it. Hear with her ears. Hi Larissa, how are you? Hi. What's going on? Quickly now.
I'm scared.
You are scared. What makes you scared?
I don't want to go to school.
What?
I don't want to go to school.
You don't want to go to school, right? That's right. You don't want to go to school and you're scared. You don't want to go to school and you're scared. Yeah.
I don't want to go.
You don't want to go. Why are you afraid to go to school?
I don't know. I get home.
Why are you afraid to go to school?
I don't know.
You don't know, right? Is it a new school? Yeah. Are you happy with yourself? You are happy with yourself, right? You just don't want to go to school. Nobody's going with you? You're completely alone going to school? Okay. I'm going to count you from 1 up till 3. On 3, you're going to step out of her and place the memory in front of you. 1, 2, 3. Step out of it totally. You come back to the adult, keep your eyes closed. And be the adult here in the deep trance, in that space where you're totally safe. And point to yourself. Where do you see yourself? Yeah, feel that relief. There you are. So tell me. I want you to contact inside you a force that you know is inside you. Because you have a special gift inside you. It has to do something with love. It has to do something with you being able to do something with people. You can see something in people that not many people can see. You have a certain kind of presence, a certain kind of consciousness, that's right, is inside you. And I want you, unconscious mind, to bring all of that power forward now. Because in a moment you're going to go with that power and so much more to the younger you and explain to her from the perspective of the adult, years later, all kinds of things that she didn't understand. Because the younger you was very afraid to go to school. Do you know what I mean? That's right. And you can notice that power already being activated so deeply inside you, right? Very good. You can embrace that for the rest of your life from now on. Which means that go to her now, inside the privacy of your mind, with all of who you are really. That's right. And speak privately to the younger you in a way that only you can. Explain to her. And when you're done, nod your head yes, but not until. That's right. You explained her everything. Very good. See if you can calm her down. And give her the well-being she's looking for. And keep contacting that love inside you. that power inside you, that will tell you what to do. Yeah. Very good. Very good. Yeah. Yeah. She needs to know something about well-being. Has she already discovered it? The younger you way back down there. That's right. Even more of that. Even more of that. Yeah. Very good. You can get that's right. Very good. A sense of a new connection between you and you. You know what I mean? That's right. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Very good. Even more of that. Yeah. You're doing wonderful. What's happening now? Yeah. What's that?
She's playing on the lap.
She's playing on your lap, right? Very good. Did you tell her?
I told her she does not need to be afraid of other people.
She does need to.
And
That's
she
right.
can play.
Very good. She doesn't need to be afraid of other people, right?
Or other places.
And other places. Yeah.
Or people that are different from her family.
Or people that are different from her family. Very good. And she understands, right?
I told her it's going to be okay.
And you told her it's going to be okay.
Even with Mom not being home.
Even when Mom is not being home. And she understands that, right?
She's
Yeah.
reassured. I'm telling her.
She's reassured.
Yeah, I'm giving her permission to have fun.
And you've given her permission to have fun. Yeah, that's it. Now is she taking all of that?
She's got a big smile.
She has a big smile. So she's on your lap and has a big smile. I wonder what that means.
She's standing on my lap.
She's standing on your lap,
Being silly.
being silly. How does she feel being silly and standing on your legs and has a big smile?
Very happy.
She's very happy, right? What does she know now inside her about herself?
She's okay.
That she's okay. Yeah, that's it. She's okay, right?
Yeah, she is.
I want you to continue teaching her something of great importance in a way that only you can, in the privacy of your mind. That's right. with all your guidance, all your love, and those special powers you have inside you. And you know what I mean with that, right? Very good. So use all of who you are. And really, tell her something about who she is in a way that only you can. Your unconscious mind can help you do that. Because sometimes people, and children specifically, need some repetition and hear it again in different ways. You know what I mean? That's right. So I'll let you do that. And when you've done that fully and completely, that's right, you can nod your head. But not until you fully did that. Very good. Yeah. Very good. How does she feel? She's good, right? How do you feel? Very good. So what I would like you to do is to ask her one lesson that you might have forgotten as an adult about having fun and playing abundantly. That's right. She can tell you in a way that a child can. Surprisingly tell you. Very good, that's it. You received the lesson already, right? Is that something of value? Very good. Did you expect her to give that gift?
I don't know, it just came so fast.
It came fast, right? You know why? She knows. She really knows. It might be that she will teach you even more on the unconscious level about talents and reasons why she chose to be on the planet that's happy. But you don't have to know consciously. The only thing you have to do is be here now, enjoying this trance to the extent you can hear my voice. Because what I would like you to do, Larissa, is place that memory in front of you in a knowing, that's right, you've received so much. And it's good to know that you are a human being that's able to give so much to that younger you. Did you realize that? Very good. I wonder if you fully realized how much you just gave the younger you. I want you to become aware of all the things you just gave to the younger you. Very good. What's happening now? It's a good feeling, right? Very good. Sit with that feeling, because in the middle of that feeling is a great gift for you. That's it. Because you can be at home in this feeling in a way you've never done before. Because it's yours. It can help you. Yeah, because it's yours. Which means you can share even more with other people. And the good thing is, this feeling never abandoned you, right? That's right. Maybe It's time to reconnect with something even more powerful that's happening now. Because what I would like you to do is to place in front of that memory a memory where you were totally safe, and a memory on the right side where you were totally safe. You know what I mean with that, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's right. And when you have done that, just nod your head and stay deeply in trance. That's right. So on the left side we have a safe memory. Would you like to share something about what is happening there?
My mother's laying on the couch and I'm sitting on her butt, combing her hair. She's reading, and my siblings are all around.
Wow,
She's
you're
reading
combing
a
the
book,
hair of your mother.
and I'm sitting on her.
And you're sitting on her.
And some of my sisters and brothers are around.
Yeah. And on the other side, the other safe memory, yeah, what's that?
My father is playing monster with us.
Your father is playing monster with
He's
you.
laying on his back, and his children are running back and forth, and he's catching us as we run back and forth.
Yeah. So your father is.
Laughing, having fun.
Yeah. Isn't it amazing that even when somebody plays to be a monster, you are totally safe? Wonder what that means. That even in those environments, you were already above and beyond your imagination. That something inside you can really control that. You know what I mean with that? So there you are, and your father is playing monster. So stay on this chair. I want you to focus on the memory where you're combing the hair of your mother, but you're not inside it yet. So point to yourself. Where do you see yourself? Very good. There you are, right? Yeah. And she's having a great time. In just a moment, when I count you from 3 down to 0, on 0, you jump through the 0 right into the body of you being close to your mother and your siblings. Are you ready to do that? But not yet though. And then you go straight to the memory where you were afraid in the past, at the doorway, straight into playing monster with daddy. You know what I mean? Very good. So point to where you are, in the memory of safety. Yeah. There you are, combing the hair of your mother, right? Okay, go deeply in trance now. Deeper and deeper inside. Very good. Even deeper than that. And you can hear my voice. My voice will guide you. That's right. When I count from 3 down to 0, you go inside the memory where you're playing with the hair of your mother. You're combing her hair. 3, 2, 1, 0. That's right. Hey, you're playing with the hair of your mother. Feel that safety. And then go through the memory where you were afraid, where you were alone, and you're playing monster with daddy. Yeah, you feel that safety. Feel that safety. That's right. And step out of it. Place it in front of you again. Very good. How is that to do?
It was fun.
It's fun, huh? Very good. Are you ready to do it one more time? Very good. So, see yourself right there on the left side playing with, combing the hair of your mother. 3, 2, 1, 0. That's right. Feel that safety. Go to the doorway, and there you're playing monster with daddy. That's right. Feel that good feeling. Very good. 3, 2, 1. Step out of it. Place it in front of you. See yourself combing the hair of your mother right there. 3, 2, down, 1, 0. Go inside it. Feel that safety through the old experience into the playing monster with daddy. Yeah, feel that feeling. That's right. 3, 2, 1. Step out of it. Go even deeper now. That's right. See yourself combing the hair of your mother. There we go again. 3, 2, 1, 0. Go inside it. Feel that good feeling. Go to the doorway experience, and you're playing monster with daddy. Yeah, feel that safety. Very good. And step out of it. We're going to do it a couple of times, but faster even. Are you ready to do that? Very good. See yourself combing the hair of your mother. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, 0. Go inside it. Feel that good feeling through the doorway, playing monster with daddy. Step out of it. See yourself combing the hair of your mother. And go inside it. Now feel that safety through the doorway into the playing monster with daddy. Feel that safety. That's right. And step out of it. That's right. Place it in front of you. There you are, combing the hair of your mother. 3, 2, 1, 0. Step inside it. Feel that. Go through the doorway, playing monster with daddy. Feel that safety. Very good. Step out of it. See yourself combing the hair. 3, 2, 1, 0. Go inside it. Feel that safety. Through the doorway, playing monster with daddy. Yeah. Very good. Feel that safety. And step out of it. On the chair here, knowing that you're totally safe. So what's happening now? Do you enjoy that? Very good. Is it fun? Yeah. Did you expect it to be so much fun as you have now? And yet you have so much fun. That's right. I wonder what you're learning on the unconscious level about yourself that's good enough. Which means that the more you listen to my voice, the more something inside you is changing now. That's it. And you stay focused and concentrated on my voice while I continue giving the suggestions. Which means that you're focused on yourself calming the hair of your mother again now. Very good. And you're going to go through it yourself quickly. But not yet though. You're going to go through the same loop 3 times in a row. Fast speed. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I wonder how much fun you can have with yourself. Start whenever you're ready now. Very good. Very good. Did you enjoy that? Very good. Yeah, feel that relief. You just took a couple of very deep, wonderful breaths. Are you aware of that? Yeah, yet still you did. Very good. So step out of that movie now and place it in front of you. What I would like you to do is to go even deeper. Inside. That's it. And you might become very curious, Larissa, how the best feeling inside you can help you to go deep in trance now. In a way that is unexpectedly, surprisingly wonderful to you. That's right. I want you to go to the younger you that was afraid in the past. And to embrace her in a way that you can. And let her melt into your heart in just a moment. But not yet though. Which means when you let her melt into your heart, all the resources, the wisdom you have as the adult, all the life experience you went through, every book you read, every educational program you did, every conversation you had, all that knowledge, consciously and unconsciously, will melt with the abundance of playing, of fun, and all the lessons of the younger you. But not yet though. Because what I would like you to do is to see the younger you at the doorway, and I want you to forgive everybody that had to do with that experience, which is a very personal, intimate experience. And you can do that, Larissa, because it is time to do that. Because when you do, you totally take like a bucket full of water before you go to sleep to put out all the fire, even the little orange little things, completely. Are you willing to do that? Good. So take the time and use all your guidance, all the love and all those things we were just talking about that you have inside you, that special consciousness, that thing you have inside that is so intimate and personal to you. Use that and all of you and more to go to the people that has to do with this theme and forgive them. Let the first person arrive and do that now. Very good. How do you feel? Very good. Take a deep breath. Let the second one come. Very good. How do you feel? Take a deep breath. Very good. You're doing a great job. One by one. And tell me when you're ready. Because you can. Yeah. That's it. Very good. Very good. Keep on focusing on forgiving those people. Very good. All the way. Every bit and part. Very good. Yeah. Very good. You're doing wonderful. You're doing excellent. Have you forgiven everybody? Or aren't you done yet? You're done? Very good. And now, take the younger you in front of you and forgive the little girl. In a way that only you can. And so much more inside you will assist you now. That's it. Fully and completely. Because maybe you've been abandoning her, maybe you've been criticizing her, and now you have such a new connection with her, right? So tell her everything she needs to know, to the extent you can forgive. Very good. Your unconscious mind assisting you now. That's it. Have you forgiven yourself, the younger you? Very good. Take a deep breath. And breathe out. Yeah. Very good. How do you feel? I have a question for your unconscious mind. You don't have to answer it consciously. The question is, what kind of a person forgives herself? That's right. Say it again.
An accepting person.
An accepting person. Fully consider that. Fully. An accepting person. An accepting person. That's right. Sit right in it. Because you're totally safe. And more. Fully accepting. Yeah. Some people can go so deep inside that they totally expand from the inside out. Very good. What I would like you to do now, Larissa, is that you see the younger you and embrace her into your heart like you've never done before. Which means that all the resources of the adult you and the younger you will melt. And let her into your heart now. Draw her in, knowing that she's got so much. And she can play, she can smile, she can be silly and be safe and have fun. And you have so much wisdom as the adult and so much more. You've learned stuff, which means on the unconscious level, everything melts. Which means that the younger you can take the time to fully grow up now. And as you do so, old conclusions will simply melt, just like a hot sun on snow. Which means on the unconscious level, all the experiences you have had in the past, reevaluating. But you don't have to do that consciously, because your unconscious mind can do that. All the resources of the younger you and the older you melting into one. Like a union of love. And let her grow up only to the extent you're safe, happy, and confident. And so much more. You know what I mean with that, right? That's it. Let her grow up all the way. Very good. All the way up. Yeah, very good. All the way up. Yeah. Very good. When your unconscious mind has done that, you can nod your head. But not until your unconscious mind has fully and completed this integration of resources and this fully growing up. Only then and until you can nod your head. Very good. Did you expect this to happen to you? Would you think this would be possible for you? That's right. Larissa, because you have had this experience, it means your internal dialogue has changed. You will become aware of so many more harmonious internal dialogues. You know what I mean with that, right? It's as if sometimes a silk voice speaks to you. It's the voice that deeply inside you know exactly which voice that is, right? That's right, because that's your voice. Which means that it's very easy for you to recognize yourself more easy. I want you to take a look into the mirror now, inside your mind, and tell something with that silk voice, so to speak, to yourself in a new way, only in the privacy of your mind, like a master hypnotist that you are. That's right. Did you expect that? How does it feel? Feels good, right?
Yeah.
Very good. And while you sleep and dream, your unconscious mind will make millions of positive scenarios like this. That's right. Your unconscious mind will even create complete new models inside you of looking to the world. And your unconscious mind will step by step give you so much more new insights, how to deal with people, how to manage yourself, how to have a great time, how to be silly and just do it. How to, well, sometimes when you're nervous, you just move beyond it because you can have fun. And you've learned so many things just by being an accepting person that embraces the younger you inside you. And you have so much experience. I wonder how this all will express itself naturally, confidently, and easily for you in the future. I want you to go in the future now to a situation where in the past you might have been a little bit anxious, or you might have thought, oh, what do they think of me, or something like that, or maybe maybe I will abandon myself. Just notice the difference now, because you're so connected inside. You have so much openness for who you really are. And just go to that scenario in the future. That's right. And see how you perfectly handle that situation in a way that you really want to be, in a way that's totally free. And see yourself expressing those things that in the past might have been a little bit challenging. But just notice how easy it is for you. Very good. Very good. I wonder what the future has got for you in stock. That's wonderful. Very good. And I also wonder what the future is teaching you about self-acceptance. That's funny. Very good. In a moment I'm going to count you back out of this trance from 1 up till 5. On 5 you feel totally fantastic. Simply totally alert. Like a big weight is lifted off of you. Like something of great importance has happened. You know what I mean with that, right? Very good. You will have so much more intimate connection with your unconscious mind, because your unconscious mind is amazing. It's so powerful. It can do anything you set your mind to. Even when your conscious mind sometimes doesn't set the mind to it, your unconscious mind will help you in a way that is unexpectedly accepting of the self. Very good. 1, a great feeling goes through your body. Very good. It's filling up every fiber of your soul. Your soul. 3, it's a good feeling from the top of your head all the way down to the tip of your toes. 4, energy returning to the body. And pop your eyes open. 5, wide awake, refreshed and alert.
I'm shocked to be here.
Very good. Give her a hand. Thank you. Did you enjoy that experience?
I did. That was an amazing experience.
Very good. Very good. So let's see, how are you doing? Did you enjoyed it?
I did. It was a profound experience.
Profound experience. Good. That's good to hear. And would you like to share something to maybe you already did,
Share.
but
If you have any questions, I'm happy to ask me about anything. I'm happy to share.
good, good. Yeah. So if you have any questions.
So how do you feel about being good enough now? Or abandonment?
So I feel good enough. Right in this now moment, I feel good enough.
Excellent. Well, what about abandonment?
I recall Martin talking about abandoning myself, and it struck me as when I was, I think when, I'm not sure, at one point I had my younger self, and he said, you don't have to, you said something about abandoning, and I thought, oh my God, if I reject me, I'm rejecting this child. If I don't accept me, I'm not accepting her, and that just was not an option.
Yeah.
It was
And
not
now
an
you
option.
accepted her.
Yeah.
So that's great.
Yeah,
Huh?
and you've linked not accepting her is just not an option. She was beautiful. Yeah, and that's I think that's really profound. We'll see how that plays out, but
Yeah.
right now the idea, if I don't accept a part of me, then I'm not accepting her, and that's just not okay.
Yeah, I could feel the abandonment coming up when you're at the front door and you knew she wasn't going to be there when you're coming back from school, right?
Yeah.
And because I personally had I had abandonment issues for years, was not good enough, and I worked real hard to get rid of them. Because when you have abandonment issues, you actually make people abandon you, right? You do whatever you can to say, see, you abandoned me.
Yeah, so in some cases it's better not to get rid of a part, but to reintegrate it back into yourself by changing the meaning to it and say, hey, you know, you're very welcome. Like a neighbor you had a fight with long time because he had a certain kind of behavior you judged, or sometimes people do something or they told you something we misinterpreted, but later on you say, actually, it's a great guy or a great woman,
Yeah,
and then everything changes.
because you complete the loop.
Correct.
And there's no need for anything else.
Very good.
It was a beautiful experience.
So who else would like to ask something?
So if you consider, you know, you're going to have to do more of those 2 to 3 minute meditations with your group.
That's what I imagine myself doing, because I have one to
Okay.
do Monday after I go home.
Right.
And
What's your
I
experience?
showed up in an entirely different way at the
Well,
table.
consider it now. How, if you think about, okay, you're going to have to go and do another meditation. What's your
Yeah,
experience?
the spirit says, I'm going to do my best, and they like it or don't, and it doesn't really matter. If they want me to continue, fine. If they don't, they don't, but I'll do my best, and that's plenty. Well done, me.
Exactly.
Coming up for me now. And I might even enjoy it.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah, and it went beyond that, though. It went to taking the place at the table, because Martin asked me for very specific examples, and my mind generalizes and moves out. So I was moving to different scenarios also. They just leaked in. So I kind of expanded it.
Marissa, thank you for having the courage to go through all that in front of us. Thanks a lot.
It was an interesting experience. I have a very analytical mind, or I have a part that's the student sitting and want to take notes while I'm doing it. You know, I want to mark what he's doing. And I was telling Rob this, as I'm doing it, that critical voice was I'm going to disappoint Martin, I'm going to be a shitty demo, I'm not going to be able to go into trance in front of everybody. And I had this thing, and then somewhere along the way, that dropped out and said, whatever I got is good enough. And all of a sudden I feel myself sobbing like a 5-year-old at the idea of having to go to school.
Here's a question for you.
But she's not done. Can you finish this loop and then ask the question?
So I felt that ratified my trance.
Yes.
As I sobbed after 5-year-old, that took me completely by surprise, because I thought I was doing it all wrong.
To feel that emotion, you mean, or to see her?
When I was in it, when the first time you regressed me and you asked me how do I feel, and I started saying, I think I said, I don't want to go to school. I was that little girl, and
Yeah.
that completely shocked. That took me unaware. I had no idea I was that far in, or that I was really her, but all of a sudden I'm responding just like her. And I've tried to work with this memory before, and it's always been at a different moment. I went to the moment it was always coming back from school and trying to get the key in the lock.
Yeah. So is it good if we go to
Yeah.
the question, then you can add that? Or you might forget the question.
No, I haven't. In regards to just getting up there and being in front of the class and experiencing all of this, I just want to acknowledge you. You did a great job.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thanks for that.
She's letting it in.
Yeah.
I wanted to see if you would actually...
You were testing.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just want to point out that I noticed, you said you went up there with resistance, right? You had initial resistance.
Yeah.
And the reason your resistance melted away was because he as a master hypnotist, kept this H plus in, and you had no choice but to just go with it and let him guide you out.
That's right. And he's got
Yeah.
a Dutch accent like my mother. And my
That's good.
uncles.
Yeah, that helped.
And my uncles, my family, they all sound like
Utilization.
Martin. Yeah.
That was probably why you went so deep. It enhanced it. Yeah, I can imagine that's quite an interesting moment. I recognize what you say, that you, in the experience, find yourself saying something or doing something or feeling something or being something that is, when you hear it back from the outside, back in, that you know, I must be in a deep trance. That is the experience
Yeah.
similar you had, right?
Yeah.
So who else has questions?
So, this is more for Martin, though. It seemed like you had trouble getting her to focus on a single memory. Is it important to get to the right memory, or just any memory that is an example of what she's working on?
At which point, you mean?
Early on, the first step. where
In the...
You seem to have a bit of a struggle to get her to find the right memory, or a memory that was to work with.
When she was in trance or before even, all the way in the beginning?
It was pretty early in the beginning,
Yeah.
but starting the trance.
Yeah. Well, it goes back to your question, because there are quite different themes that she was basically presenting to work on. It has to do with this, it has to do with that, it has to do with this. So I said, can you give me an example of this? I was looking for a entrance, like a thread, a theme that is concrete enough that I know will be a valuable experience. I was focusing on the going towards the good enough. I wanted to do as much as possible in one session, to dig a little bit around and to search to find a good thread with a D. Make sense?
So, I don't know, what was your experience with that then? That you said
Yeah.
at one point you had a memory and you were focused on it, and you started forward with that, and then you said another memory came up. How did that work?
I'm so glad you brought that up, because I think I really appreciated what Martin did. I think I could have flipped memory to memory to memory all day. We could have sat here all day.
Yeah, that was her conscious mind.
And stuff started leaking in, and I don't think it mattered. I think that the memories that were coming up were close enough that was just one more example of it. So that he took one. And that idea of alone, being alone, was huge, has been huge in my life. But it's also on, I'm alone because I'm not good enough. Or like they're wed, and I think my unconscious is going to sort it out. I don't think it matters. Maybe.
Does it help?
I think so, yes.
You think so? Good.
I'm just wondering what was your sense of Larissa being alone walking home to being alone on the doorstep? So something made you not stay there, but to go further. I'm just wondering what that is.
So you mean the part where, because we worked with the doorway experience,
Yeah, that's where we went.
Uh-huh,
And
there-
could
uh-huh.
have been, so there was a moment before that you thought, that's not it. And then,
well, actually what happened is this. We were having a conversation to find something good to work with. That's part one. Part two is that we worked with one example in the conversation that came up, an emotion, and I said, close your eyes, and we worked with that. Then I was already going backwards, right? I think you mean that part. Then I said, go back, and she said, I don't have anything. She said, I don't know. And I said, okay, go back to the part that you know. And then she skipped even to another one.
Yeah.
I said, no, just a second, please. or else I lose my thread. And then she went there and there and there. So for me that was like, I need to deepen this trance. right? Because there was too much conscious activity going on that was interfering basically the hypnotic process. So I wanted to enter a little bit more deeper in, to make her to go deeper into a trance. I think you meant that part. For me, that was the signal, I don't know, and now I'm right there. So I know the conscious mind is doing a lot of work for her unconscious mind, for my unconscious mind, and my conscious mind. So who's in control here? Her conscious mind, which is not bad in and of itself, but I don't want that. I want more unconscious information, raw unconscious material, more openness. So that's why I brought you back. And then later on, actually, I deepened the trance. Maybe you can remember that. You remember that?
Yes.
Right? So the sequence was going differently than normal. I'm sorry that I erected it, but I just wanted to follow my track.
After you deepened, that's when the 5-year-old memory came up. That's when the earlier memory.
Yeah.
That at first I didn't reach.
Yeah.
It popped in.
Could be.
And
I don't
that's
remember
when I said
actually.
another thing came up and you went with
Yeah.
it.
On that note,
So yeah. So just does that help?
Yeah.
Because yeah, I wanted to go. Yeah. For me, it was like, okay, this just start over, which I knew would be also a little bit confusing for her, because she would mind, what is he doing? What are we going to do? Oh, we're going to go now out. I might go out of trance, and now we go back into trance. So
So you fractionated me.
yeah, not to fractionate you, but I knew that's going to be a good side effect, because somewhere the conscious mind thing is going to be distracted. You know, if you do a lot of things in the same time, the conscious mind thinks it's figuring out something. You're doing this, that, because. But you can give a lot of details and then in the meantime doing something completely else. I was not doing that on purpose, but that is also a good side effect. You know what I mean? Or it's getting more vague now, right? Yeah. So there's something new to learn here. Good, so
Another profound part of the whole experience was the loop-to-loop. Those good memories were things I
Yeah.
haven't thought of in years, and they became so powerfully good and so
calming
much
the
fun.
hair of your mother.
Yeah, and playing Monster with my father, with all
Yeah.
my siblings.
That's the safety to safety loop, eh?
That was really, really powerful, being and lingering. And they obliterated the middle, and especially since she said doorway, so it turned into me stepping from a doorway to the one into the good of the other.
Yeah.
That was,
Did you expect
no. I
that
did
memory
not.
to be the doorway?
No.
Yet it is the doorway, right? Yeah. Very good.
Yeah, I have a question for you, Martin. What is your experience of the influence of her emotions on yours while you're doing what you're doing?
What do you mean?
Well, like, I'm not even participating, but I'm sitting here almost overwhelmed by her emotions.
What have you learned from that?
It's sort of an inevitable experience, I would suppose.
Yeah.
And it's something that you wouldn't want to turn off, but it's
No.
something that you would want to
No, I invite it.
invite it, yeah.
Not directly, but I don't really invite it, but it's very welcome.
It's there.
Because I know it's the unconscious mind.
Yeah.
It's the emotional mind. I know it's where the juice is, so to speak, or the heart. And also it's a great convincer, because in that moment, not that I use it, not that emotions are welcome because they are convincing, because there is nothing to convince. But what I'm trying to say is the emotions are, I know, because emotions are good, is good stuff.
Yeah,
You know, and when you just said at that time when I jumped into it was the moment actually when I said, okay, jump into 3-year-old, you're gonna have her eyes, you're gonna have her ears, you're gonna be her skeleton, you're gonna be completely her. That was right after I induced the trance again deeper. I basically did a lot of deepeners while I was instructing the steps. And then you got that emotion. I don't want to go to school and stuff like that. Then it's way beyond critical thinking. Yeah, not that we want to, if you start to focus on going beyond critical thinking, they start to think critically. Beyond critical thinking will be a great side effect of you just having a positive intention. You know, it's like being on the road with a car. If you focus on the white things too much, it is there to help you, but it is not there to only focus on that. Of course, the instructor will say the white lines, keep an eye on them to stay between the two highways. But if you focus them on too much, and then you think, oh, I need to focus on that. No, don't focus on anything.
So you as the hypnotist, when she's feeling these things, like for us watching it, we get emotional with her. But for you as a hypnotist, obviously it wouldn't be good for you to tear up with her. Like how do you not feel empathetic at the same time? Like, I know you're empathetic, but how do you not...
It's the same question, huh?
That's what I'm asking.
Yeah.
But you're not quite...
Same question.
So you knew I was avoiding the answer, right? I really need to go now. Sorry, guys. Yeah, it's a good question. I seriously, I wouldn't know how to tell you the answer. I guess I am... it's not that I don't want to feel the emotions. It's just that I'm completely focused on Larissa in this case. I don't have my own stuff. And I'm totally safe with it. And I said I'm not inviting it. Maybe I do, unconsciously. That's one thing. But also I learned about emotions, and I did a lot of deep emotional work with myself. That I know is very valuable and beneficial. So I know also when a client has got the space to feel that emotion, which normally is a lot of resistance on and judgment on, which is what you also had, now finally there is a space where the body, mind, and the unconscious mind can release that. I actually enhanced it here and there. Feel that emotion, sit in it. Right? Also the sadness there. I wonder what it can teach you about solving procrastination. So you can use the emotions with it. Put them in a... You have to be safe with it.
You're putting a different meaning to it. You're putting a positive meaning to it, or knowing that there's a beyond.
Yeah.
Whereas when you're in it, or you don't believe that, you can't do that.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that anger's bad. Oh no, don't be sad. And you're saying, it's all right, it's okay.
Yeah.
It's not
It's
like
weird
that.
that many people have a negative etiquette on emotions, because we might conclude, hey, the session is derailing. No, you're going the right way. Yeah.
I mean, for me, it's kind of in my H plus trance is, positive internal representation of the person. I see them beyond that, and the trance, the H plus also just, I don't feel
Yeah. So your attention is already somewhere else, you see?
Positive
Yeah.
going outward rather
Yeah.
than coming inward.
It's a nice metaphor. What comes to mind as you say that is, you can drive on the highway, and if you see something happening along the way, you know your destination, so to speak. So it's just something that happens along the way, and you just drive on. For example, you want to go to the beach, to the sunshine with a car. It's raining. It's not like, oh shit, we don't need the rain, this is the rain. Just drive through it. And rain and sadness is quite a good metaphor, I
Just to
think.
let people know, when you had pointed out the sadness that I felt, and you said, what lesson can that teach me about procrastination? As soon as I thought about it, instantly, the word stop went up on the theater of my mind.
Yeah.
Stop, and it was just so wow, why didn't I think of that? You know what I mean? It was
Yeah,
so
yeah.
profound. It was like,
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
And then I connected the two. I'm getting chills again, but I connected the two, and then it was like, wow, bam.
That's right. Yeah.
And then you're right back.
So does that help, the emotion stuff? Just if you focus on your H plus, and you know more or less where you're going to in the exercise, or in this case, in the technique, just place it in the frame of it's beneficial, I wonder how it can help you. If you don't know how to do that yet, you can always ask the question, I wonder how this emotion can help you in the process. It's very general, but it's just riding all along with it. And then it's okay. I don't have my personal stuff, not at all. I don't think anything about my life or my emotions when it happens, or, oh yeah, that happened to my grandma. No, I'm completely focused on her. I must do that, or else I might, it's for me all or nothing. If I don't do that, I'm thinking like, oh yeah, Monday is my flight, dat schiet niet op. That's Dutch. Good, so some more questions before we're going to continue.
I just noticed a couple things you were doing that I thought were helpful, and I'm sure other people picked up on it as well. Yesterday, when Andy and I were doing the regression, after I came out, I told him that I thought it would have been helpful had he touched me when I was going, just to make a more stark line between young and being back in the chair. And I noticed you were clicking your fingers, at least early on, to put her in this place, and then that place, and then back in as the adult. And the other thing I noticed, and you were probably doing it unconsciously, just because you were so into it, but it probably added to the fact and added to the energy, was you use a lot of your hands, like moving the energy in. And her eyes are closed, so she can't see it, but it probably helps you. I'm sure she picks up on it just because your body language is doing those gestures. It puts more emphasis in your voice and tonality, and that's probably all unconscious on your part. But
yeah, that comes out because you are into it.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty cool how you did that.
Yeah.
It just seemed like it just added to the experience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Thank you.
Do you believe that your, I know that like Igor in his teachings have talked about, as part of the, you can see them pointing a lot.
Yeah, yeah.
When their eyes are open.
Yeah.
How about when her eyes are closed? Does your unconscious pick up something like that?
I think so on some level. First of all, because when you do that, you're more into it, so it goes to the voice. But on the energetic levels, I don't know. It might be. Somewhere I like to believe yes, but it's more like it comes. I'm not doing this on purpose. It's just a effect of concentration. Good. So we're gonna have a last question.
How do I say this? You're not enough.
It's okay for you, Jake.
You can give him a Mickey Mouse nose.
Little whiskers. Little whiskers.
Or a Ronald McDonald.
Mickey voice. There are so many bits and pieces that are profound in it.
You can say, I love you to him.
I love you too. And you are enough.
Wow. Good, give her a hand again. Notice that there was one extra step. That's the forgiveness part of the initial sensitizing experience. It's also in your manual. So basically what you do is you can explain it to the person before you do it, because some people don't want to forgive for whatever reason. And that, yeah, you have to accept and respect that when they don't want to forgive. So that you can add that to your session. Basically, when you go all the way to the experience you're working with, in this case you were 5 or 6 years old, right?
5.
5. The people around it, or even in that experience themselves, you can one by one forgive.
Will it still work if they don't want to forgive that?
Yeah, it still works if they don't want to forgive it. Generally speaking, it enhances the process big time when you forgive it. It's like a fire, you can put the fire out, it works, you can go to sleep. But if you take a bucket of water, you completely wash it all away, then Yeah, it works even better. Because when you leave a little bit open, when you meet a person or when something in an environment or a circumstance happens, it can bring back the fire quickly. Now not anymore, because forgiveness enhances the process to untie all that stuff. So for example, if somebody did something to me, I'm doing the regression, but I don't forgive that person, then I might see that person, feel strong, confident and good, and I can do stuff I couldn't do before, but maybe in a conversation or something could be triggered. When you forgive, you even deeper heal it. You heal it even deeper. That's the power of forgiveness.
In the university, Igor frames it, forgiveness too, as not, doesn't mean you have to like the person. You don't have to like what they did. You don't have to want them back in your life. It just means you're kind of done with the whole situation.
Yeah. Forgiveness means to abandon completely the things you don't need anymore. To the extent that you're so okay with who you are being, that's free. Make sense? Larissa?
Yeah, I'm writing that down.
Yeah. I know you're writing it
Yeah,
down.
I like that.
I read once, the giver is free and the hater is a prisoner of their own mind.
Yeah. So all those things help, right, to enhance the process. Yes, so that is an extra step. And aside from that step, it is exactly like the Days of Wonder technique you've already done. Only this time, we started with a feeling that was, like the not good enough feeling, which was very closely tied to being alone, which is closely tied to feeling abandoned. Where does it come from? Well, those are feelings. So I was looking for a way how to go inside, so to speak. And and then we went to the 5-year-old. Notice that we did a lot of work with the adult and the child. Like a big part of the regression work in this case was the adult went back to the younger you. Larissa, you as an adult went back. The child was dancing and smiling on your lap. Right? I said, what's happening now? The instruction was, I want you to explain everything to the younger child that you can explain from being an adult. Explain everything to the younger child that she needs to know now, so she calms down, so she gets the well-being back. So that took a couple of minutes. In that process, I asked her, so what's happening now? She's dancing on my lap. And she's smiling. So you echo that back and say, now you're going to say something about a lesson. So notice that the adult was teaching the child or having a conversation, reconnecting now with the inner child, so that it healed her or calmed her down. Depending on the context or where you're working with, you can give specific suggestions so that the adult is going to the younger child. Then I said, the younger you has got also a great lesson for you about having fun and being silly, along the lines of that. Yeah, that is also what you saw in the demonstration of the Days of Wonder technique. There you can do amazing work with the client. Sometimes transformations happen there. You don't know exactly sometimes where specifically big things happen. Sometimes it's a lot of things in a row. Sometimes, bang, there something clicked or something happened. If you want to know that beforehand, then you use your conscious mind. You don't know, just go into it. You see, so here you can do a lot of work. So the child teaches the adult teaches the child. Good. So then, I actually let the adult go inside her, because I wasn't satisfied with some of the memories to find the emotion. So I was still looking for something to work with. That's why I deepened the trance big time here. I let her associate in a 3-year-old, and there, whoosh, basically you experienced, hey, something is happening with me. There was a lot of emotional release. Yeah, I think you can remember that.
That-
Your voice pointed a little bit away from, towards me. It was like, there you got the emotion I was looking for, actually, that I wanted to have in the beginning. But it's okay, you know, it will show itself. So then we could work some more with the information. I talked directly to the 5-year-old, basically to say, give me some information about what's going on. To apply that and use that further on in the regression, just to get a better sight on it, to understand it better, what's going on. Okay. So then we had the safety. And notice before this loop how many things already had happened. Make sense? How many things you already done before you do the safety to safety loop. Well, then that was fun, you know, to go. So this experience that was so loaded before already neutralized quite a bit because of the conversation between the adult and the child. The safety to safety was just an extra feature, almost, in the experience to go through, right? I said, what kind of experience? It's fun, you said, right? So then, maybe 10 times or something, speed it up. Then you did it yourself, your client do it yourself, 3 to 5 times quickly. You saw the smile. You could see a lot of increasing color and many changes in your face. Very deep peace, very deep relaxation, like something from the inside slowly opened up more and more and more and more and more.
I had
you were
a
like
sensation for my whole body that was just bizarre.
Yeah,
I
could see that.
Yeah, I was having a very strange body experience. It was very cool.
Yeah. So you can see those changes with your own eyes if you are close. Maybe you've seen that consciously or unconsciously. Okay, then the integration process. Oh, the forgiveness first, and then the integration process. Notice I told her, we're going to integrate soon, or you're going to integrate soon. This and this and this going to happen, but before, forgive everybody. Notice one very important point about forgiveness is when you have your client in the frame of mind, he or she is forgiving all the people. You need to take themselves too as the last person. Have you forgiven everybody? Yes. Now it's time to forgive the younger you, right? So there, especially in this case, that was very important to do. There also I could see big breakthroughs, emotionally, mentally, physically, spiritually, whateverly, a lotly, which is good because it had to do with the theme also where you have chosen to work with today.
Yeah, I dragged in my neighbor girls and everyone. I had.
So you forgive yourself right now. About everything you've done in the past is easy for you, right? So you can stop self-criticizing yourself. Basically, when people have a lot of self-criticism, which many people have, it comes from, I'm actually quite angry on myself. That is what you was. That's played also along, right? Self-acceptance also is a big part. I wonder what kind of a person forgives herself.
That was interesting.
Yeah, then you went very deep. I could almost see your face coming apart in the molecules. Yeah. And then you came back with an answer, an accepting person. An accepting person. You remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There were
So you echo that back.
came up in my mind, but accepting was good.
Yeah. So then the integration took place. Let the inner child grow up fully and completely. Fully and completely. Resources of the adult inner child. She nodded her head, yes. So you give the suggestion, do this. When you're done, nod your head. Great. Nod your head. Excellent. Very good. Notice that while the processes are going on, you say a lot. Very good. Excellent. You're doing a great job. Wonderful. Every time, very good. That's it. If you wonder why I said that, or when I say it, or why I say it, especially after this, you say, that's right. Very good. Good. Then I blitzed, when she said, she nodded her yes, the inner child or the younger you fully grew up. I blitzed her about everything. Then we went into the future. That might be a new thing. Teach the unconscious mind already to go into the future in a situation where in the past it might have been a little bit challenging. And see how you deal that perfectly now. So they already have a training. They already have an experience from the new perspectives, from the new feelings, from the new identity. A mentalization in the future. Basically a future memory is that. You're creating a future memory already. Unconscious mind doesn't know the difference between imagined reality or real reality. So on the unconscious level, you already have been in a situation, being the new you that you are, that's accepting. In such a way that you handle the situation perfectly. To be who you are, to do what you want, to feel what you want. You can do more mentalizations or future memories. Because then it looks like there is a new timeline in your mind now. You that can hear my voice, you already have been in the future now, being the new you. Isn't that amazing? It's like you wake up and sometimes you don't even remember your dreams. You know? Sometimes you wake up, you don't know what you've dreamt, right? But you know you have dreamt something. It's just like that. And it feels good. And then it was 1 up till 5. And then we did a demo. We did a debrief. And now it's now. So we're back into the present.
On the 1 through 5, you gave the suggestion that when you come up, you'll feel like a huge weight has been lifted off your shoulders.
Yeah, those type of suggestions are always good to give when they wake up. 1, X, Y, Z. 2, X, Y, Z. 3, X, Y, Z. 4, X, Y, Z. 5, that's right. You can fill that in with your own creativity. It's a little blitz, you could say, between 1 up to 5. Very good. So that's the days of wonder, but then translated in a classic hypnotherapeutic regression technique that you can use. Just, you can role play this with other people working with a negative emotion and role play it first so you know the steps of the technique before you apply it if you want to do it. Who wants to do regression work? Yeah, so practice it a couple of times before you do it with a real client, so to speak. You can role play it with a friend and go through the steps. And yeah, then you're in good shape already. You have a question?
Well, I was just going to comment on the idea of the role playing. It just seems like a lot of times when we've done role playing, it's like the hard part about that is that the emotion is not there. So it's kind of like,
yeah, but
it's tricky to do. But I was.
But it's about the steps learning first, and the emotion will come later.